My name is Clara. I am here to tell you a story. It is a story about love. It is also a story about a hard mistake. It is a story about rebuilding trust. Maybe my story can help you? I met David 5 years ago. We were very young then. We met at a friend's party. He had a kind smile. He looked directly into my eyes. I felt safe instantly. We started dating quickly. We spent all our time together. We went to the movies. We cooked dinner every night. Our love felt easy. It felt real. David was my best friend. He was my protector. He was everything good in my life. I trusted him completely. Trust was the strong foundation of our relationship. We moved in together after 2 years. We rented a small apartment. It was nothing special, but it was our home. We started planning the future. We talked about having a family. We talked about growing old together. I thought, this happiness will never end. I thought, he will never hurt me. This trust is unbreakable. I really believe that. But life is not always so simple. Love needs constant care. And sometimes one small lie can shatter a perfect world. This is what happened to me. I had to learn the hard way. Our life was calm. We had a good routine. David worked in a big office. I worked from home mostly. Every morning he made coffee for us. It was always strong. I loved that small detail. He always left me a note too. Just a few words. Have a good day, my love, or I am thinking about you. These things made me feel very loved. When he came home, we ate dinner together. We talked about our day. His job was often stressful. He carried a lot of responsibility. I always listened to his worries. I tried to make him feel better. We did not need much excitement. Simple evenings were enough. Watching a show together. Reading books side by side. We had a simple, quiet love. David traveled sometimes for work, maybe once a month. He always called me late at night. He always said, I miss you, Clara. I never doubted him. I never worried when he was gone. I really did not check his phone. I did not look at his emails. Why would I? Trust meant freedom for both of us. It meant not having to check. It meant knowing the truth without asking. I remember thinking one afternoon, I am the luckiest woman. I have a partner who is honest. I have a life that is stable. I felt safe in his love. I felt truly secure. We planned a big trip that summer. We were saving money for it. We were going to see the ocean. We were going to relax on the beach. Everything felt set in stone. I was excited for our future. I thought our trust was forever. But sometimes people change. And sometimes people make terrible choices. The calm before the storm was real. It felt so soft and safe. The changes started slowly. I almost missed them. First, he was quiet during dinner. Then, he started leaving his phone face down. He never did that before. He started going out more often. He said it was for work meetings, late meetings with new clients. I am sorry, Clara, he would say. This is important for my career. I tried to be supportive. I said, go, honey. I understand. Work hard. I made him dinner for when he returned. I tried not to complain, but the feeling grew inside me. It was a cold, small feeling. It felt like worry. It felt like doubt. One night he was very late. It was after midnight. I called him. His phone went straight to voicemail. I waited up for him. I felt fear for the first time. When he arrived, he looked exhausted. I asked him where he was. He said the meeting ran very long. He said his battery died. I am so sorry, Clara, he whispered. I tried to believe him. I really did. Then came the Tuesday I will never forget. It was raining hard outside. I needed his bank password. I needed to pay a shared bill online. His laptop was open on the kitchen counter. I went to his text messages by accident. I saw a conversation open. It was not from a client. The name was Sarah. My heart stopped completely. I felt dizzy. The messages were short. They were simple. But they were enough. He had been meeting her. He had been saying he was working. He had been lying to me for months. The dates were clear. The truth was ugly. I read them again and again. I felt sick. My perfect world disappeared in 1 second. He lied to me. He betrayed my trust. I closed the laptop quickly. My hands were shaking badly. The noise of the rain was loud, but my mind was louder. I felt the pain start deep inside me. It was pure, raw hurt. I sat on the sofa for a long time. I could not cry. I was just cold. I looked at our apartment, the place we built together. Now it felt like a cage. It felt full of lies. I thought, how could he do this? How could he look me in the eye? How could he write those sweet notes? All while keeping this secret. I felt completely stupid. I had trusted him blindly. I had given him everything, and he just threw it away. I knew I needed to talk, but I could not move. I just waited. I waited for him to come home from his work. He arrived around 7 o'clock. He looked tired as usual. He kissed me on the cheek. He asked, "How was your day?" I stood up slowly. I walked to the kitchen. I picked up his laptop. I put it on the table between us. I did not speak a word. He looked at the screen. He saw the open text window. His face lost all color. He knew everything. Silence filled the room. It was the worst silence ever. Then he tried to talk. His voice was low and weak. "Clara, please listen. It was a mistake, a huge mistake. It happened only a few times." He walked towards me. He tried to touch my arm. I stepped back quickly. I did not want him near me. "A few times?" I finally said. My voice was strange. It was very loud. "But you lied every single time, David. You lied when you said you loved me. You lied about the job meetings. You lied every night." He started to cry a little. "I am sorry." "I really am," I panicked. "I did not know how to tell you." I felt the anger rising. It burned inside my chest. I did not care about the explanation. I cared about the broken trust. The trust was gone forever. It was not just cracked. It was dust. I looked at him, the man I loved. He looked like a stranger now, a liar, a betrayer. I started walking towards the bedroom. He followed me. "Where are you going, Clara?" "Don't leave. I need air," I said simply. "I cannot look at you right now." I pulled out a small suitcase. I started packing clothes very quickly. I packed pajamas. I packed basic things. My mind was screaming, but my hands were steady. He stood by the door. He was begging me to stay. "Please, let's talk this out. I love you." I stopped packing. I looked at him one last time. "You love me?" I asked. "Love means honesty, David." "You took away the one thing that made us strong." I zipped the bag. I put on my coat. I grabbed my car keys. I walked past him. He tried to grab my hand. I pulled away. I opened the door. The rain was still falling heavily outside. I walked out into the cold rain. I drove away from our home. I did not know where I was going, but I knew I could not stay there. The house felt polluted by the lie. That night was the turning point. Everything changed in that moment. I drove straight to my sister's house. She was shocked to see me. I was soaking wet from the rain. I just fell into her arms. I could not speak clearly. I only cried hard. The next few days were just a blur of pain. I stayed in her spare room. I did not eat much food. I did not sleep well either. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw his face. I saw the look of guilt. David called me constantly. He sent many text messages. Long messages about his regret. Messages about how much he needed me. I silenced my phone. I could not read his words. His apologies felt empty. My sister tried to comfort me. She made me hot tea. She told me to be strong. But the strength was hard to find. The betrayal was more than just the action. The worst part was losing my faith. I lost faith in him. I lost faith in our past. I questioned everything we had built. Were the last 5 years real? Or were they just part of his big lie? I felt very heavy. The pain was physical. My chest hurt all the time. I was angry. I was sad. I was completely lost. I knew I had two choices. I could end the relationship completely. I could walk away and start fresh. That seemed easier sometimes. Or I could face the mess. I could try to fix what was broken. Fixing it felt impossible. How do you glue trust back together? How do you look at a person and forget the lie? It seemed impossible, but I also remembered the good times, the genuine moments. The years of true love. Was one mistake enough to erase all the happiness? I did not know the answer. I had to decide if I loved him enough to hurt, if I loved myself enough to heal. This was the climax of my internal struggle. I hated him for the pain, but I still loved the man he used to be. After 2 weeks, I agreed to meet him. Not at our apartment. We met in a quiet park nearby. It was a cold, sunny day. When I saw him, my heart ached. He looked terrible. He was thin and pale. He sat down next to me on the bench. We did not speak for a while. Then he finally talked. He did not make excuses. He did not blame stress or me. He simply said, "I betrayed you, Clara. I broke your heart. I lied because I was weak. I was selfish." I take full responsibility. That was the turning point in the conversation. He was finally honest. He was finally taking ownership of his mistake. I looked at him. I could see the pain in his eyes was real. He was suffering too. I told him, "I love you, but the trust is gone. I do not know how to give it back to you." He promised to do anything. He promised to be patient. He promised total transparency. The decision was mine. I realized that forgiveness was not something I gave asterisk to asterisk him. Forgiveness was something I needed asterisk for asterisk myself. I needed peace to move forward. Holding on to anger was hurting only me. I told him we could try. We would start over. We would date again. No rush, no expectations. We had to build a new foundation, a stronger one based on truth. It has been 1 year since that day. It is still hard sometimes. Sometimes the doubt returns. But he is honest now. He is truly trying. He shows me every day that he is worthy of trust again. I learned that betrayal hurts deeply, but I also learned that people can change. Love is a choice, and growth comes from facing the hardest things. We are stronger now because we survived the storm. We learned the true cost of honesty. Thank you for listening to my difficult story today. I hope it helps someone who is facing a similar choice. We all make mistakes, but we can always choose to learn from them and choose hope. If this story touched your heart, please give this video a big thumbs up. Like it now. Share it with a friend who might need encouragement about trust and forgiveness. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more real-life stories. Also, hit the bell icon so you never miss a notification when we post a new lesson. We love having you here. Goodbye for now.